we're back to AM Live. We have unique guests today. We have some artists. We have Laurie Carpenter, who's the owner of the Sutter Creek Gallery, and we have Laurie Williams, so Laura and Laurie. And Laurie is the artist of the beautiful paintings that we see out here.
Thank you.
Laurie won Best of Show at the fair for her art, and so I wanted to be sure and bring her in. And she is also our featured artist at the Sutter Creek Gallery this month, or in August.
Where is your Best of Show piece? Where did you bring it with you?
Yes, it's right front.
Can we focus down on that in front? Because I'd like to see it. I think I saw it for a second, but very impressive. That's a beautiful piece.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that is unique.
I can see why you won Best of Show with it.
Yeah, it's one of my
Thank
favorites.
you.
Yes.
Now, you weren't surprised then, Laurie, right?
Well, I was surprised. You never know, you know.
Have you entered into the fair many times?
Yes, I have, and I thought I'd put some really good things in last year, and I didn't get very much.
Sometimes it goes that way. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, we've been really lucky at Sutter Creek Gallery. We have about 30 artists in there, and we have been winning ribbons like crazy whenever we put them in the fair. So not all of our artists, but a lot of our artists entered the fair this year, and I'm not sure what the tally was this year, but last year we got 54 ribbons.
Oh my goodness.
And I think we're close to that this year.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun working in a co-op. I think.
It is.
I mean, I have a good time. Yeah. But the other thing is we inspire each other, which is also fun. But what we really wanted to talk about, and if you don't mind, I'll bring it up, is we have an art trek every month on the first Saturday. And the galleries are all open in Sutter Creek.
Where's the location of your gallery?
Ours is 35 Main Street, right next to Pepita's Mexican restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Right between there and the bridge. Right. And we will have Laurie will be our featured artist in August. And she will have a lot of her work up, and it'll be for sale. But we also have a reception from 4 to 7 in the evening. We serve wine and goodies, and have people come in and meet Laurie and talk to her about her work, because that's what this is all about. That's what the art trek is all about. So people can meet the artist.
And it goes. Does it go from studio to studio?
Yes, you can, or you can just choose one of the studios.
How many studios are involved in the art trek?
There's about 8, but the ones in Sutter Creek are Fine Eye, Gallery 10, which is another co-op, which is by Susan's Place in Sutter Creek, and then also the Arts Council Gallery.
Where's that?
And that's down off of Eureka.
Okay.
No, it's Randolph.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
got the wrong street.
Now, Laura, your gallery is it right on Main Street?
Right on Main Street. It's the old post office.
Across from the City Hall?
Yes.
I get in trouble when I go in there.
Good. So we're all artists in there. We all do our work and bring it in there, and we take turns manning the store.
Are people creating art while they're manning the store?
A lot of times,
Yes.
pretty much all the time.
That's unique. I love to watch people do their thing.
And then we also have, like on Saturdays, sometimes people will come and sit outside. If it's not too hot or too cold or rainy, they'll sit outside and demonstrate different forms of art. And then some of our people are teachers. They teach art. So we also have people come in and sign up for classes, and we're always looking for new artists in the area. We're all local artists. Nobody lives further than 50 miles from Sutter Creek.
Oh, that's nice. It keeps it local.
Yeah, and your store, I've been in there, and it's got well over 10, it must be 20 or 30 artists.
30 artists, or close to it. We go up and down between 28 and 30.
I think I bought 2 pieces last time I went in there, and I got in trouble, so. I bought the Best of Show at the fair last year. George Lambert did it at Preston Castle.
Oh, yes, you bought that, yes.
You bought it. Oh, that's great. Well, we have a lot of art in there. We have two gourd artists. I'm one of them, and we have another one who does exceptional work. She got the Best of Division at the fair.
Oh, very nice.
And then I'm also a weaver, so I do a lot of weaving. So my weaving, I actually won a total of 18 ribbons.
Oh, you go, girl.
That made me feel good. So, but
let's go from this side over. Tell me a little bit about the art.
I don't like this one over here because I like the painting, but it's too much like a self-portrait. So.
This one that you're looking at there is one of Laurie's, and she does mostly animals.
Almost always animals.
Yeah.
I like color.
And
I love
color
the color.
She does like color. And
I do too.
I think her pictures are really unique, which is what I think most people see in them. They are not just your standard.
It's really neat in the background, and that they're different sizes, different colors, almost like a whimsical type of feel. How would you describe it?
I don't know how I describe it.
It's what she sees somehow.
Some people have the knack.
Yeah.
No, but let's talk about some of the other pieces too. Here.
Okay, well, I'm the weaver, like I said, and this was one that I did that is a wall hanging, basically, and it's just a sampler of all kinds of patterns that you could do on a loom. This one is one which is also woven, and I made it out of handspun. Part of it's handspun, part of it is
Beautiful
not.
material.
And it's just a scarf.
Gosh, I love that.
Then my gourds that I do, now I'm moving into a different area, so I didn't bring much of that, but I'm trying to combine my love of fiber work with my gourd art.
Oh, okay.
And so to that end, I put the wiring on that. That's actually telephone wire, you know, when you take the wrapping off.
Yes, I know.
And then I'm also doing a lot of whimsical things and some statuette type things.
Tell me about how much time, is it okay if I pick this up?
Sure.
How much time goes into creating a beautiful piece of art like this?
You know, it depends. Because I'm retired, I can work every day if I'm not working in the store. And so it might take me 2 days, it might take me a week. It might take me longer if I'm having trouble with one part of it. The wiring took me a little longer because I had to bend everything and my hands got tired.
Hand intensive, sure.
Right.
And Laurie, is that another one of yours?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Talk about it.
And that got a second at the fair,
That
right?
got a second. It's new. I just did it about a week ago.
Oh.
And I don't know what to say about
Is it something that you've seen, or is it something you see in your mind
I
when you
see
go
it
to
in my
paint?
mind. Often I work from drawings. I like to draw at fairs and stuff. I like the goats, or all from drawings.
Oh,
But I also have lots of photographs of things, and I use both when I paint, and then just my imagination too.
How long does it take you to finish a product like that?
It probably takes a couple of days, but the bigger ones sometimes longer, and I work on more than one thing at once, so they sit around for a week or two and I look at them and work on them.
It's like reading a couple books at a time.
Right.
Kind of going in between
I
one
do
and the
that
other.
too.
Right, right. I do too.
We all do.
Then I try to stay focused on one or the other, and it's hard to do.
Right.
Yeah.
At the Sutter Creek Gallery, I know when I've been in there, you've had all different kinds of art, jewelry,
We have
gourds, paintings,
glasswork.
papier-mâché.
We have all kinds of art. Painters. We have pastel workers. We have
watercolors.
Several people do watercolors. We also have a couple pretty well-known artists in there. Loretta Armstrong is in there, and also Sharon Gallagher, and they're both fairly well-known.
Loretta does some really...
She does some
So
really
we've had
unique...
some in here before. They're out there a little bit, but almost fantasy type, fantasy land type thing.
A lot of color like Laurie uses, but Loretta focuses on buildings, and a lot of the Sutter Creek and older buildings in Amador have been painted by her, but with her twist.
Must have something to do with Skunk Hollow, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, but we have, our art is always changing. We're always bringing new artists in. We sometimes feature young people. We don't have the younger people in there, you know, below 18 on a regular basis, because they're not legally supposed to work in the store unless we employ them. But we can have them as a guest artist, so we do that once in a while. When we find somebody that's really doing a good job with their art, we'll bring them in. We had one earlier this summer. And then we also will, we have the ARC, some of their work in there. Some of our artists work with some of the ARC people and help them do some art, and we sell it for them in our store. So we
that's
always
very
keep a little
generous.
place for
Very
them.
nice.
It really doesn't matter if you have a disability. If you have some talent, you have some talent.
You
And the
do,
creativity.
exactly. And I think one of the reasons we started the whole thing, I actually am one of the people that started it, is that we wanted to see art available on a local level from our local people, but also because we wanted people to realize that art doesn't have to be this great big challenge or something. And you can do art yourself. And if you live with art every day, it becomes just part of who you are. So.
Well, tell us again, the first Saturday art track. What time do all the shops open?
The shops are open earlier, but our art track starts at 1 o'clock and goes through till 7 o'clock. We at Sutter Creek Gallery, we have our reception from 4 to 7.
Okay. We'll let you wrap that up when we come back and explain it one more time. But right now we have to take a break, and we'll be right back with TSPN.
Thank you.